Good guys, it's Rev, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the updated season 3 movement guide. So make sure you guys watch all the way through, like and comment down below, and let's get right into it. Alright guys, so the first thing I'm going to go over is your controller settings. So for your button layout, I recommend you guys playing on Bumper Jumper Tactical. This really helps with your movement because you don't have to take your right thumb off your right analog stick to like jump with A or X. So basically you keep all of your fingers on each individual button, so like you never have to take them off. Next thing is your tactical sprint. So make sure you guys have automatic tactical sprint. This just makes it pretty much so you can have tactical sprint all the time. Like, easier to toggle it and yeah, stuff like that. Next thing is your input set zones. So your right and left stick, you guys should have 0 dead zone. This just helps your sticks they feel more responsive when you have 0 dead zone. So I recommend playing on that. Your left stick max, I put this at 0.70. For some reason, this just helps me get tactical sprint a lot easier. Yeah, I recommend this. Alright, so getting into the actual movement guide. So first thing I'm going to go over is snaking. So basically all you have to do for snaking is you hold down prone, and as you hold down prone, you almost like do your left stick in like a circle. Pretty much all you have to do. So go prone and then do a circle with your left stick. Or you can go like up and down with your left stick. Whichever feels more comfortable and easier for you. But for me, I just do like a circle with my left stick. This is really good for like comp. Anytime you're in a head glitch and like you're in a gunfight, just snake, it kind of knocks off your opponent's like aim assist. So yeah, I really recommend doing this in comp. You can do this in like resurgence if you want to, but really recommend doing this in comp. That's how you win a lot of like gunfights on head glitches. So yeah, that's snaking. Alright, so the next thing I'm gonna go over is tac sprint. So I always get like a lot of questions like asking like how I always have tactical sprint. So basically all you have to do to like reset it, pretty much, there's like 2 ways. So the first way is by dolphin diving. So if you dolphin dive, you pretty much always have like unlimited tactical sprint because it resets it. But the main way I do it is while I'm running and like my tactical sprint goes away. Hold on, gotta get my tactical sprint thrown out. So basically all you have to do is stop, like aim in, pull your stick back, and then run forward. Stop, pull your left stick back, and then aim forward. Pretty much like, it's kind of inconsistent, but the more you learn, you'll kind of like figure it out. Basically just pull your left stick back, then run forward. Make sure you aim in too at the same time. Yeah, that's pretty much how you have unlimited tactical sprint, pretty much. I kind of wish there was other ways to reset it, to be honest, but this game's trash, so. Alright guys, so the next thing I'm gonna go over is cammering. So basically all you have to do in this game to like camera people, so say like this trash can is like an enemy. Sorry, I don't have anybody to do this right now for me, like give me an example. Like 4 AM right now, so sorry about that. But so this is an enemy right here and I want to camera them. So basically all you have to do is just press L1 and kind of like straight jump behind them. This is pretty much the only way to camera people, to be honest, since like you can't bunny hop, you can't slide cancel, so pretty much all you're left with is straight jumping and jumping. So to be able to camera people in this game, all you have to do is jump behind them. That's basically all you have to do to camera people, to be honest. Really the only thing like straight jumping and jumping is useful for, since you can't really do any other movement. So yeah, make sure you guys play Bumper Jumper Tactical, like this really helps. Alright guys, so the next thing I'm gonna go over is dolphin diving. So really all dolphin diving is useful for is like getting away from people. So if there's like a whole team over here and they're pushing me and I need to get to cover really fast. So dolphin diving is like your best friend for that, because it's kind of hard for people to shoot you in midair while you're dolphin diving because it's so fast, and it just helps you get to cover like the fastest way. Another thing I could say that's useful for dolphin diving, so say there's like a ledge right here, and as you can see, if you dolphin dive off the ledge, it kind of gives you like a boost, almost like a bunny hop. But this, like, if I had someone to like show me my perspective, this is like crazy. I don't know why, but I usually do this like outside of windows and shit, and it like gives you a boost. It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes it does, and it just looks cool. Like, as you can see, like right there. But yeah, this is like almost like a form of bunny hopping, but with dolphin diving. Yeah, that's dolphin diving. I don't really know what else to go over with it besides like getting to cover fast. Not really useful, to be honest. Like, I wish season 3 would have made this a lot more useful. Like, maybe like you could shoot while like you're in mid-air dolphin diving. Like, that would have been sweet. I remember Black Ops 2, like you could do that, but in this game it's stupid. I don't know. But yeah. Alright guys, the next thing I'm gonna go over is YY. Get a lot of questions in the comments, like asking why I always YY and like what advantages it gives me. To be honest, it's really all just for looks. Like, it doesn't really give you an advantage in anything other than, for me, it kind of helps me keep like focused for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's just like my ADHD. I don't know, but yeah, for me, like, it keeps me focused, keeps me locked in. Doesn't really give you any advantages, to be honest. Like, it's really all just for looks. But at the end of the video, I'll show you guys how to like turn on a macro with DS4 Windows, and if you guys want to do it, you can. Like, I don't know, it doesn't really do anything for you though. Do it for looks. Alright guys, the next thing I'm gonna go over is centering. This is more of like a tip more than like a movement tutorial. So basically what centering is keeping the little dot on your screen like centered to wherever you think an enemy might be. So what this does for you is it keeps you always ready for a gunfight, and pretty much anytime you aim in, you're gonna be ready to shoot at somebody. So you want to keep that little dot centered with the screen and like up. So if you're running around like this, like with your, like, you're just not centered, you're not ready for a gunfight. So if the opponent's like centered already, they're most likely gonna kill you. So you want to keep that little dot upright in the center of the screen, like wherever you're going. So this is really important for like comp. I know a lot of like professionals that always talk about this, but yeah, keep that little dot centered to wherever you think an enemy might be. So I feel like I'm going around this corner and I think there's gonna be an enemy over here, so just keep your dot up and just stay ready for that gunfight. That's basically it for centering. Alright guys, the next thing I'm gonna go over is sliding. So basically, like, the only thing that's really useful for sliding, especially in the Sheikah, is if you're like sliding to throwing knife somebody as they're down. Honestly, like, if you're gonna slide in a gunfight, there's really no point because you can't aim in or shoot till like the end of the slide. So like, you're probably gonna die. So honestly, I would just use it for like full killing people as they're down. So like sliding, like throwing knife them. That's really the only way like it's useful, to be honest. Or if you're sliding to cover, I guess you can do that too. Kind of like dolphin diving. Slide to a head glitch or whatever. That's kind of like the only way it's useful. Maybe in multiplayer you can make it a little bit more useful because you're kind of catching people off guard. Like, they're not gonna anticipate you to like slide around a corner. So in Sheikah, I wouldn't really recommend doing it because like you want all the time in the world to be able to get your shots off. So gliding and having that delay to like shoot and aim is pretty much impossible to win a gunfight in Shiga. So just use it for getting behind cover and throwing knife down players, full code them. Really the only thing I recommend doing it for. Alright guys, the last thing I'm gonna go over is strafing. So basically all strafing is when you're in a gunfight, you're like aimed in and you're shooting at them. And basically like all you gotta do is just move your stick left to right or down or up. Like this just really makes it harder for the opponent to hit you. What I usually do is like when I'm jump shotting, sometimes like I strafe mid gunfight, so either left or right. Basically just make it as like unpredictable as possible, so your opponent can't like read you. Stay moving. If you're just like walking around like this, you're walking towards them, aimed in, like they're just gonna be able to hit you like easy. So just stay moving. Be strafing, jump shotting, anything possible to keep your character moving. You don't want to stay like boost to the ground, just like aiming in, walking towards them. You want to stay moving as much as possible. Alright guys, so the next thing I'm going to be showing you is how to overclock your controller. So basically what this does for you, it makes your controller have like less input and latency, so everything feels more responsive. So make sure you guys do this. You go down on the link in the description. What you gotta do is click that. And then once you're on this page, open this up right here. Go down to download. Click that. Go down here to your folder. It should pop up. Then press show in folder. Right click. And then go to extract here. Then press yes to all. Close. And then it should pop up like right here. The bottom or wherever. And then open up driver. Go to setup.exe. Open that up. And then go right here, go to all. And then if your controller is plugged in, it should say speakers /wireless controller. Click on that. Go down here to filter on device, toggle that. And then it should say 8,000 or 1,000. For me, it says 8,000, so click that. And then press install service. And that's pretty much all you have to do. And then after that, your controller is overclocked. And I'm telling you, this will really help with your movement. Ever since I did this, like it made my movement a lot better because you have no input lag. Yeah, that's how you overclock your controller. Alright guys, the next thing I'm gonna go over is my DS4 settings. So basically this is all it. Because this, you guys can copy it if you want. Really the only reason I use DS4 is just for like the macro. I'll show you guys how to do that. This is my macro, this is my wait timings for how fast and slow it is. It's 45, 45, 48. Yeah, that's about it for DS4. Also, another thing, if you go to other, make sure your DS4 BT full rate is at 1,000. This helps you get like the least like amount of like input latency. So, make sure you guys have 1 millisecond.